If only technology was... Okay, we're live.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we're a bit late. We've been having a stress with the microphone. Couldn't make the computer actually hear us.
No.
The inbuilt one wasn't working, and that wasn't working, and just
It's never done that before.
just decided to have a fit.
We've been
Then the mouse wouldn't work, so we were completely frozen out.
We use this snowball mic, which is fantastic and works really well. And that has never happened, but the computer wouldn't recognize it. I've been putting it in all the different USB slots, and eventually the computer went, "Oh, you plugged the mic in, have you? Well done."
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre, but at least it's working now.
Yes, apologies.
I thought you were going to have a meltdown.
Oh, there's nothing that sets me off quicker than tech. Andrea will tell you, I go from calm to about to throw things out of the window in about 20 seconds.
But it's when you expect things to work, you know. It's like, this should work, and it doesn't. I
was starting to go bright pink. I probably still am a bit like, God!
Turned into the Incredible Hulk, the greenness.
Oh dear. Right. So sorry we're like 5 minutes late, if not more. Apologies. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to these Sunday hangouts, this is our chance to just come on and chat with you guys and share what's been going on in our world. My name is Nick, by the way. This is my wife.
I'm Andrea.
It actually says that down there these days.
Yeah, I know.
And we are resellers. We buy stuff and sell it on the internet. That's the easiest way to describe what we do. It's kind of a cover-all. We buy stuff. We buy it for this much and sell it for more, hopefully. That's how we earn a living.
Yeah.
And that's what this channel's all about. As you may see from the title, we're not going to really talk about reselling. I just want to talk about some gifts we've received.
We're not going to talk about reselling, are we not?
Oh, well, a little bit. You've got some stuff you picked up.
What are we doing here then?
Well, mainly we want to talk about people and how this week we've been blown away by people's generosity. And also I want to give a few shout outs before we start, but we do.
Shall we say hello to some people in the chat?
We are live, so if you're watching live, please pop in and say hi. First in this evening, if I can get back there. I can't get back to the beginning. I think it was Lucy T.
It usually is Lucy T.
I think it was.
Hello, Lucy.
I'll go into the other chat so I can highlight a few.
Yeah.
So if you are new to these, please pop in and say hi. We have got Peter. Do you want to try the surname there?
No.
Peter's in.
I'll only make a lost in with
that. Paul, welcome. Oh, chat just went nuts. Adrian, Glasshammer, Daily Jesse, the one and only Peter Griffin is in. Georgina, Kate. So welcome. Please do pop in and say hello if you are watching live. Oh, Lex is in.
A couple of comments already that I just saw.
Jason and Twistle. Excuse me. I've been cleaning stock in here again, so dust is in the air, so I will be coughing. And my allergies.
Normal occurrence.
Allergies will kick off.
Scrolling back, because I saw a couple of. I'm the same Nick 0 to DEFCON 1 in a millisecond.
Isn't there though, Heather? It's like nothing like tech can set you off, because it's like normally it just works. Yeah. I set up a live stream and the computer recognizes the mic and you go, yes, blue snowball mic, please. Happy days.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it. Didn't know it was there. Computer forgot we had it plugged in.
Who knows?
Plug it in a different USB and it goes, oh, there it is.
Yeah. Kirsty says, Nick and Andrew, my little one is enjoying them Pokemon that we bought from you. Thanks again. She loves them.
Oh, brilliant. The little plush things that was. Fantastic.
Yeah. And then there's Laws. Hello, Laws. Said we had a power cut here in the Highlands. So we're like, yeah. Ellen did say at one point, because it was blowing so loud.
The storm
and Ellen said, we're not going to have a power cut, are we? I said, I don't know. Hope not.
Neighbours' fences in our garden. Our bins have been blown over. Rubbish is up the road. Yeah. It's all happening.
Yeah.
Right. I want to say a few quick thank yous of people that have chosen to buy from our store, which includes George this week. We sent George a little... well, it was the pineapple pot that you shared.
Yeah, George bought the pineapple pot.
I think George has a thing about pineapples, doesn't he? Does he? Because he's got a water bottle with pineapples on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's... If you're in, George, What's the pineapple thing going on? But anyway, thanks for the purchase. Andy bought a barcode scanner. Thanks, Andy, if you're in. I've sold a whole box of barcode scanners in the last couple of weeks. Sean bought a cigarette card. I did that video of cigarette cards, and he picked off one of those. So thank you for that. And Jane bought some crystal champagne flutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they went to a subscriber, Jane.
Good.
And yeah, that's it. But go on then.
Yeah, Mandy's asking you a question about your allergies.
Do I take these? I try to remember.
Yeah, that's the problem. You don't remember.
I'm terrible at remembering to do anything. Yeah. It's a miracle these live streams happen. I will take one now. But yeah, I get runny nose, itching eyes.
To make it part of your routine, and then you'll remember.
I don't have a routine.
That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Sue. Auntie Susan.
Hello, Sue.
Good to see you. So we want to, Andrea has a couple of bits that she picked up that you want to share,
yeah.
do you?
I thought I might as well.
But the main point of this is to share a couple of things that have blown our minds this week. So we received a parcel. Well, we received a few, 3 to be precise. We're going to start with this one. This arrived. Oh, it doesn't really matter if we share our address. Everyone seems to know it anyway. If you know our eBay store, you can find our address. I have started collecting vinyl again. And you assumed this was an LP that I'd picked up for myself.
Yeah, I did. Well, because he's been buying lots of vinyl recently.
But I've only been buying, I'm trying to collect 7-inch singles. That's my favourite format, is a 7-inch single.
Yeah, but I didn't know. You
might
You might have bought yourself a 12-inch or something.
The other week last week on this show, we shared a pickup. Well, it's here, that pile of CDs by Erasure. And I shared that I've started collecting. I've kind of gone back to my ways of collecting records. So Depeche Mode, Pet Shop Boys, Erasure. And we said nothing more about that. But then earlier on this week, that parcel arrives with this in it. This is Erasure's World Beyond, which is a reworking of their last studio album, World Be Gone, on vinyl. Not only just on vinyl, it's a rather sexy, wait for it, red vinyl. It's like see-through. So yeah, and there was no note in it.
Yeah,
but
so
I have
confused you for a little bit.
I have figured out who it was, and I had a chat with a lovely chap called Peter earlier, who sent it to me to thank us for the videos, because the videos helped to inspire him to give this a go, and he's now doing it full time, and apparently has more media than you could ever imagine. Hence having this. Yeah. So thank you so much. I don't know if Peter's watching him. I was chatting to him just before we went live, so hopefully he's in. Please say hi if you are in, Peter. That really blew my mind, and I've been playing it, and I love it to bits. So thank you very much.
Yeah, Bearded GI says that's gorgeous.
It is. It's a really nice thing. Coloured vinyl is so cool.
Yeah, a couple of pickers says I love coloured vinyl.
Yes. Yeah. Picture discs are cool.
Kenneth, who we were talking about a minute ago.
Yes.
Yeah, cool vinyl.
Funny you should mention Kenneth. We received another package from our good friend Kenneth, who's been following the channel for years, a long time.
Kirsten says, I've got some colour 12-inch Erasure in the shop. Oh, you might have to talk to Kirsten about that.
Send me a message, please, Kirsten. You might have a buyer. Yeah,
click another wrong one. Oh yeah, are you sending the CDs back to the seller? I think you worked it out with them, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we can touch on that after we talk about these gifts. I need to blow my nose.
And then Paul says, I have a stack of 7-inch singles. I can't be bothered to list, but they may be to your taste. What kind of vinyl are you looking for?
For me, Erasure, well, mainly Pet Shop Boys, Erasure, and of course Depeche Mode. Those are the 3 bands that I used to buy for and collect for, and I've got rid of most of my collection over the years and regretted it. So I figured, start again. And I'm gonna start a separate channel just to wax lyrical about how amazing those bands are as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just a quick question I just saw.
Oh, Kenneth
yeah.
Simons thought we were talking about that, Kenneth.
Yeah. Where did I see that?
Lex says, wow, 3D music. I know, music that you actually have to make an effort to play and put it on a record player.
Shannon asks, how do you work out what media is worth picking up? I love the colour of the vinyl.
If you're talking about to resell, for me, I've been buying and selling media since the 90s. So I have an idea of what might have some value. But even then, these days, I tend to look it up because prices have fallen so dramatically.
Yeah.
There's no shortcut to that. But these days, we all have our phone with us, so you can scan stuff into either Amazon or eBay and just check. And then slowly you'll learn certain bands to look for. Certain bands are really well collected. Depeche Mode is one.
Basically, we look through a box of stuff, and if there's really obscure looking stuff that we perhaps have never even heard of, we just pull it out and look it up.
Yeah. You can't go far wrong with the staples like Pink Floyd, the Beatles, and that sort of stuff. But again, check if you're going to spend much money. I was going to say something else. Can't remember. Anyway, going back, Kenneth is in from Denmark. I've been chatting to Kenneth on and off for quite a while now. He's been a big supporter of the channel. And he said to me, there'll be a parcel arriving. And he said to open the little attached black box, which I have done, but we haven't opened the main part yet. I'm just going to read a little bit. He said it was fine to read some of this out. So Kenneth says, this is a thank you gift. I've watched many of your videos, almost everyone, and you have inspired me so much. I was stuck in a boring job in the pension industry. I was bored to death every day. After watching your videos, you gave me the kick to do something about it. Though it was not an easy choice, or the choice was easy, but when you have 2 kids and a newborn, you must think about the economy. Yeah, we were in a similar boat when we chose to do this full time. We had just had a child, renting a house, just kind of gone out into the world on our own, and then we packed in our jobs. Yes. He goes on to say, I always dreamt about going my own way and being my own boss. And after a long chat with my fiance, I took the step to quit my job and take a step into self-employment. Rather be happy every day and earn 0 a year, or be unhappy every day and make 100,000 a year.
Yeah.
The choice was easy for me. I'd rather be happy every day and never have to look back when I get old and wonder why I didn't just do it. I began my journey on Amazon and then came eBay. But when you live in Denmark and don't have eBay here, you get stuck with expensive prices for posting. So I dropped eBay and put a lot of effort into Amazon. And Amazon earned me a lot of money, which is fantastic. Amazon still earns me some money, but not on the same level. I've now started my own e-commerce store called Little Bavian. There's actually a sticker in here. This is Kenneth's company. And from what he says, that's really starting to take off, which is fantastic. And goes on to say, I've started a second company where I'm doing wholesale business to business. I've already shipped my first 70,000 items.
Oh,
what a ka-ching time that was. Sold some CDs. So yeah, and hopefully Kenneth and I will be doing a deal on some stock if we can manage to thrash that deal out. We need to remember to do that. I started my shop 2 months ago and the wholesale business 1 month ago, and it's already looking fantastic. Not just the sales, but my life. I feel so fantastic, and my family stands behind me every inch of the way. It's harder work than any other job I've had. Can understand that, but it doesn't feel like work. I'm just using more time on my hobby, as I like to call it. I'm just so happy, and it's all thanks to a simple search on YouTube and a video of you popped up. What's the odds of that? A simple search on YouTube can change your life. Yeah, it's incredible. So thank you so much for the letter. We've had a few letters like this over the years, and I keep them all and look at them every now and again to remind me why we share what we do. We never imagined that it would inspire people.
no.
But sometimes that's all you need, is a little push of somebody saying, look, this is what I do. We chose to carve our own path, quit the 9 to 5 and see if we could make it work. And that seems to inspire people. So Thank you so much, Kenneth, for the letter.
Before things disappear,
Yeah.
can I just read out a couple of things that sort of come past? Shannon says, I just want to say thank you myself. I was only young when I had a baby and became a single mum. I was also scared of doing this, and despite the fact I'm not doing this full time, I'm considering it.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
thank you for giving me the courage and the belief that I could actually do this for myself.
That's it. That sums it up, really. I think sometimes we're just a catalyst. Somebody can just watch and say, oh, okay, they gave it a go.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it and it worked out. And I think sometimes that's all you need to have the courage, as Shannon just said, to go for it.
And it's the same for us. We get inspired by other people as well.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Every day. So.
And Suzanne says, I have a Pet Shop Boys, a red letter, 12-inch limited edition red for sale on eBay.
Ooh, okay. I've got into the habit now of looking every day for stuff. What I'm doing is I'm trying to buy back first the stuff I had and have got rid of. And then once I've done that, I think I'm going to fill in all the gaps. So that's a later record than when I was collecting for the Pet Shop Boys. But I am interested.
Kelly says, Barry cried when my brother gave him a Dark Side of the Moon LP one Christmas. We don't even have a record player. Did he cry because he was overwhelmed that he was so happy to have it, or because he couldn't play it?
Yeah, I can't play this. Anyway, should we open this?
Yeah.
I'm thinking now this could be because it's kind of, it's not full, so this could have 12-inch vinyl in it. It's like Christmas. Can you tell what it is? I reckon this might be records, because Kenneth knows I'm
It might
collecting.
not be though.
Right. Kenneth, are you still in?
Carl says, Nick, you made me do this after watching your videos, but Andrea inspired me to do clothes. And it's disappeared. Hang on.
Right, you find that comment and I'll open
there we are. Inspired me to do clothes and knickknacks too. I love it. Yay, I've inspired people too.
Of course you have, yeah.
Thanks, Carl.
Right, I'm in. I'm still thinking it's going to be vinyl.
It's
quite heavy though.
The calendar? A picture.
Okay, it's not records. Kenneth, drop a comment in. Are you still in? I don't want you to miss this bit. There he is. Kids are sleeping, he says.
Awesome. Oh, no.
Hold on. Oh my goodness.
I love vegans.
It's only got Violator on my t-shirt.
That is awesome.
Wow.
And made me look so much better than I actually do in real life.
Every time.
Oh,
that is so cool.
Wow.
I look younger. I'm liking it.
That is awesome.
Let me see if I don't think there was anything else in there. Wow. Kenneth. I don't know quite what to say. That's blown my mind.
That is amazing.
Thank you so much, Kenneth. That's going on the wall in here somewhere.
Oh, look at how we're holding hands.
Are we holding hands?
Oh, cute.
That is the coolest thing. I've changed my glasses now, though. I don't have rims all the way around.
I know. I miss those glasses. I like them.
That I think there's a piece of wall space just above my photo base, so that could go up there.
Oh.
Unless you want it in the living room. I think it should belong in the tat cave, really.
Yeah, we'll put it in the tat cave.
Wow. That is
so cool. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Craig says, I want one. You don't want one of us, though, surely. Steve says, that's class. Brilliant. It really is. Try and just hold that there for a sec. I'll read out some comments.
In an IKEA frame.
Zanny says, that's so cool. It is.
Reflecting us on the look. I can see ourselves.
Oh, Andrew's missing a mug. Would that have just topped it off if you had a mug? Or just behind your back here, like holding.
Yeah.
Best quiff, Nick. Yeah, I'm looking a bit George Ross there. Actually, it's not. I've got one going on today.
Oh yeah, you need of a haircut, really.
I need a haircut. That is so cool. Kim says it's cool. It really is. Lovely gesture.
Oh,
That's brilliant.
Is the vegan thing a joke or no? It's not a joke.
No, Andrea is
I
vegan.
am vegan and I do love vegans.
Yep. Excuse me. So that wasn't
In
all.
fact, you're the one with the t-shirt that says I love vegans, because Karin bought you one.
I do. I wear that quite a lot.
Have you got a t-shirt like this?
No, I would love to pick up a Violator t-shirt. I don't. I did have one back in the day. Actually, when I was, I'm guessing about 17, I bought a black t-shirt, made my own stencil of the top half of this. On the CD, it's only the top half that appears, and I stenciled a red rose onto a t-shirt and did it with car spray paint. Came out really well. Yeah,
that's very, very cool.
Loving that, Kenneth. That is going on the wall. But we also received something else. It was one of those weeks that just kept surprising us. Loom bands. Now, we mentioned, I don't know how we got onto loom bands. I think we were talking about crazes that go away, and I said when loom bands were everywhere, I used to pick them up and use them for elastic bands and for going around game cards and stuff in board games. So we received this, and there's a little note in here. It's from Leanne. I don't know if Leanne is in. Says, hi Nick and Andrea, enclosed are some loom bands for your game board bits, etc. Hope you can use them. You'll probably be inundated with them now. No, and I've used all mine up, so they will be used. Okay. I came to the meetup in Hitchin with my sister and really enjoyed it. Fantastic. I made the Christmas stockings for the raffle. Yeah. Thanks for your videos. Have learnt so much from you both and really look forward to each one, including the quizzes. That's from Leanne. So thank you so much. That did make us laugh when we opened that. But they're practical and they will be used.
Yeah, they will.
They will be tying up, like Monopoly cards and what have you, so they don't go everywhere in the boxes.
Yeah, they're just perfect size for cards, aren't they?
Yeah, ideal. So
Alexa, she used to spray paint her Mannix t-shirts, my Mannix t-shirts.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, I used to do all sorts of stuff. I used to draw great big pictures.
Kendo said it's all loom bands.
Oh, Dave's got a massive box.
Has he now?
Apparently so. Yeah, going back to what Lex was saying, I used to do great big pictures of like Depeche Mode and other people, mainly Depeche Mode. Suede I used to do pictures of, great big portraits. I used to like doing portraits in marker pen. Yeah,
well, when we got together, you were still living at home in your teenage bedroom, and so you had like pictures that you'd drawn of Dave Garn up and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, I was much more creative back then. So
Carol asks, I have much luck on other sites, Depop, etc. Thinking of trying selling my clothes on there. I have actually sold a few bits, but it's like trickling. It's not like, wouldn't set the world alight, but I sold a few bits last week, and yeah, I'm in the middle of doing a cross-listing video.
Yeah,
just got to do a voiceover on it, or I might just annotate it rather than
you tend to.
But I've done like a screenshot to show the process of how I, cross-list from eBay and what I do. And just to show how simple it is, really.
Yeah, the listing on other sites, it's just a little bonus, really. We get most of our income from eBay.
We do.
And Amazon, although Amazon has dropped massively now because I haven't been sending much up.
But also things are really changing with Amazon, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Amazon right now. But we won't go into that right now. But I am going to pursue it. I think this year we're going to see how Amazon goes. And if we can't kind of get out of it what we want, we may focus completely on eBay and the other sites after this year. We'll see. But another thing we really wanted to...
What did you just say?
What?
What did you just say? Something about...
What I want to do this year is see how Amazon goes. And then if we can't get it to where we want, we may drop Amazon and stick to eBay and the other sites that we use.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant we were dropping everything else and only going for eBay.
No.
I was like, what?
You should not tune me out and actually listen to what I say.
Well, I can't help it. I'm reading the chat at the same time.
One other thing we wanted to chat about before we thought we'd just open up to just questions and share your mini haul.
It is very mini.
Was many of you may have seen our good friend Darren put out a video about Habu.
Yes.
And we predict that people will start asking us what's going on with us and Habu.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd be totally open and say what's going on. Many of you will know that we were working with Habu to promote them. It was a paid thing, and we were due to send a load of our stock up to them and use the service and make some videos about our experience.
Yeah.
We were due to do that before Christmas initially.
We were, and then they asked us to wait until after Christmas and said that they'd be in touch in January. We didn't hear anything, so I fired out an email in January asking them when they wanted to proceed and, you know, how we wanted to go forward. And I've had nothing, had absolutely no response whatsoever. So that's where we're at.
So we're getting radio silence from Habu, which happened before when we were working with them a long time ago. We didn't hear anything for months and months. We were pulling our hair out about it because we were supposed to be making videos and working with them. That's happening again. We are basically being ignored at the moment, but we have an ongoing kind of deal with them. But what we are...
But see, the people that we're dealing with, they keep leaving, and then we have somebody new, and then they don't know what's going on with it. And then...
It's a bit of a farce, we'll be honest. And here's the rub. We know what happened with Darren. It's shocking.
Well, not just Darren.
Yep.
Yeah, a few other people that we know and friends of ours and
have had an appalling time using them.
Yeah.
Which wasn't what we experienced going back a couple of years when we used them the first time around. But we are not happy to send our stock to them. So basically the deal that we had kind of agreed to was we were going to send a load of stock up and make a 3 or 4 videos about our experience. We're not sending any stock in when friends of ours are getting stuff lost, wrong items sent to people, etc., etc. We're not risking our business for the sake of a video. But they're not responding to our emails, so we don't know where we're at.
But if we really need to talk to them about fulfilling our end of the bargain and what they want us to do. And, you know, as we just said, we're not happy to, you know, send stuff in and use them from a business point of view. And we're also not happy to recommend them.
No, we're not
when we know that so many other people have had issues with them. So if we do end up doing something with them, it will be more on a neutral basis. It will be a tour of the warehouse, which is what we were going to do anyway. It will just be something very neutral and just showing this is who they are, this is what they do. But just to say that, you know, on the flip side of that there are people that are still using them and are not having such bad issues, some niggly issues, but not as bad. Some people aren't having issues at all. They're quite happy with the service. And we did use them initially. We sent a lot of stuff to them when we first started working with them, and we had really good service and we're very happy with the service. And it does seem that they're struggling as they're growing, and it may, you know, eventually it will sort itself out. But right now, it's not something that we want to send people to or recommend.
Yes.
But like Darren said,
Darren's in actually.
You know, if you're really thinking that you want to try it, you know.
Here's the point. We have done a few deals over the years. We've been offered many more, but we would only promote something if it's something that we genuinely recommend or use or I think is a good product. There's no way we're gonna do a video like we did in the past saying this is a really cool idea, you should do this, when friends of ours are really struggling and having a bad time. We're not going to pretend. But if we do need to kind of fulfill the deal that we made with them, we'll go down there and just do a tour of the warehouse and say, this is Habu's warehouse, but not say, this is great, isn't it fantastic? Because that's not what we think right now. So that's where we're at.
You know, we, as we say initially, you know, we had a really good experience with them. And so we were happy to work with them again. But with things going the way they're going at the moment, we're not happy with promoting it. So So that's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
But we need a communication with them because we haven't had that yet.
We need them to speak to us.
Yes.
Anyway, what else did we want to talk about? Do you want to share your bits and bobs?
Can do. It's not very much. We just went into town on, when was it, Saturday? Yes, Saturday.
I don't have a link to Darren's video to hand, but if you just search smart reselling, it'll be the latest video on his channel. Or Darren could link it in the chat if you want to. Oh, there you go. BCP has linked it. So click on that link.
Yeah, but also Karen linked Darren's channel.
Karen's linked the channel there as well. It's a real shame. Just touching on what Darren's experienced, and I feel almost responsible because we promoted Hubbu in the first place. But the weird thing is, because we had a chat with Darren on this channel when things were going really well, and Darren was like, yes, I'll come on and promote them because it's a wonderful service. It's changed my business.
It's collapsing.
And then things seem to have gone badly wrong. So that's where we're at.
Yeah. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, I was going to say that basically, in theory, it's a really great idea, isn't it? I mean, it should really help your business.
And hopefully,
unfortunately,
well, I hope for their sake that they can get through the problems they're having of setting up the new warehouse. And I think it's an issue with getting the right people in the right places. Who knows?
I mean, that's what happens when you open up your business to other people and to start hiring people. I mean, we've tried hiring people. We've shied away from having people working for us because we've always, other than family members who have been amazing.
Phoebe there, Darren's other half,
that sums it up,
who's been using the service as well, said the concept is great, but the execution is awful.
Yeah, that
of late
sums it up completely.
And as we said, going back to us promoting Hubbu, we are not comfortable to recommend something when right now we know our friends have had really bad experiences. So we'll draw a line under that for now, and hopefully they'll be in touch and we'll know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So do you want to share some bits and bobs?
We just went out for a browse, didn't we? Because we're still trying not to buy stuff, and I'm definitely not buying clothes right now because I've got too many.
I keep getting distracted by this. It is so cool. I can't believe that.
I know, it is awesome.
Wow.
So guess what? I bought a mug.
Oh my goodness. She sneakily didn't even do it. I was there.
You weren't there. You'd gone off somewhere else.
Where did I go?
Me and Ellen were still browsing in this charity shop, and then I saw it on the shelf, and I was like, I cannot leave this behind. It was only £1. It's Urban Outfitters, and it's quite weighty. It's really good quality. And I had no idea if it would be worth anything, but it's just for £1. I couldn't leave it behind. I got it home and looked it up and was quite happy to see that an elephant like this and a sloth in the same style, and they'd both sold for £12 each. So yeah. So
Urban Outfitters. I thought they were clothing.
They sell homeware and all kinds.
What does it say?
It's UO Home. Urban Outfitters.
Oh, UO Urban. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it won't get rich selling these, but $12.99 is not bad.
Yeah, whether it sells for that or not, I don't know. Might get a tenner.
It's kind of cool.
But it's nice.
See, I left her alone for 5 minutes. Buys a mug.
Yeah, I snuck it in my bag and didn't show you.
Shall I show you what I've picked up? I think this was the only thing I picked up. Oh, and there's a slightly amusing story behind this. I found this. It's in lovely condition. This is for me, obviously. Erasure Chains of Love, the 7-inch UK edition. It's not on fancy.
Oh, we've got a super chat.
Not on fancy coloured vinyl. It's just the original. Vinyl is minty fresh. It's just gorgeous, as is the sleeve. And it was only £1. But the night before, I was looking at one of these, $1.99 delivered on eBay, and thinking, oh, I don't know. It's not one I'm particularly after. but then they sent me an offer of £1.80 or something, wasn't it? So I took it. So I actually bought this for £1.80 off eBay the night before, but couldn't leave this behind for £1 when I saw it in town the next day. What are the chances? It's ridiculous.
Thank you, Ashley. We've got a super chat from Ashley. Thank you
Wow.
both for all the great content. Love the quizzes and chats.
Fantastic.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Team Andrea.
Hashtag Team Andrea.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for
lovely.
your support. Ashley's been supporting the quiz channel a lot, which is great. We're thoroughly enjoying that. I do need to make another pre-recorded one to put out. But yeah, thanks for the support, Ashley.
I'll highlight the comment above that in a minute. But it's time for Matt Walker's shout out of the week.
What now?
Says, hi, Nick and Andrew. I hope you've had a good week. Could you please give a shout out to my wife? I think that's Jem, who's feeling a bit under the weather today. She's been on the sofa all evening, feeling very sorry for herself. I'm very, very sorry, Jem. Hope you feel better soon.
Let's hope she hasn't been bumping into Chinese people.
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
That wouldn't be good. Or sick, because the norovirus is going around at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Get well soon, Jem.
But yeah.
And good to see you, Matt. You were going to highlight what?
This one.
Pleasant Valley Picker. Andrea could never resist an attractive mug. That's why she chose Nick. That's a backhanded compliment. Attractive mug. I'll focus on the attractive
this
bit.
attractive mug.
Look how young I look here.
Awesome. Shall I carry on with my mini haul?
Yes.
It really is a mini haul. I bought a couple of bangles. No idea, but I just really liked the
this one's
design of
Susanna Hoffs. Who's that?
I don't know, because that's the only bangle we know.
Susanna Hoffs is the only one we can remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's special?
Really
But that's
cool.
plastic, though.
Yeah, they're both plastic.
Also,
I'm going to need some of your sticky off because they've got sellotape stuck to them.
So will you bundle these sort of things up as a little lot?
Yeah, but I just really like them. They're really cute, very boho, festival-y. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got a wooden necklace for 50p, and it's got a really cool box clasp, which I can't do up right now. It's really fiddly, but yeah, little box clasp. It does up like that. So yeah, I'm assuming that's vintage.
Shall I hold it up?
But I need to clip it back in again, and I'm having trouble with that.
Well, they're really nice wooden beads. You've done well
lovely.
on wooden.
Yeah, I love wooden jewellery. So
wooden stuff seems to go well. I mean, not for massive money. You know, you've been selling wooden bracelets for sort of £7 to £10, maybe £12. But when you can get them for, what was that? How much was that?
That's 50p.
50p. It's just a nice little, easy to list item, isn't it? That tends to sell well.
Because I got it undone and now.
Oh, can you not put it back together?
No, it's not going back in. I'm sure it will. It just needs to clip back in.
Oh.
I might need to squeeze it. And then I got another wooden necklace, which is that.
Hey, sorted it.
Oh, you did it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that was that other very sort of Art Deco in its design, but and that's got an interesting clasp as well. Like a little hook and eye type clasp. So yeah, thought I'd give them a go, but as I say, I really love wooden jewellery, so I'm drawn to it.
Hi, Chris. Evening all. Sorry I'm late. Had loads to pack. Well, that's a good thing. Still not finished. Oh, we've got a busy packing day tomorrow. We've had some really good sales.
And we had a guy come around today that picked up a TV he'd bought for £100.
Yeah. Oh, I shared a video when I was testing 3 tellies a few months back. Listed them all. The Toshiba and the Bush sold really quick, and the Sony Triniton or Trinitron was sticking around, and then we realised only the other week
last week, didn't you?
that it wasn't listed. So anyway, I relisted it, and then I had a cheeky offer in of 100. It was on at 150. But the guy said, I'll come and pick it up. And that was enough to swing it for me because they're a bit of a ball ache to package. And he turned up today. Lovely, lovely guy. He wanted it to run a vintage laser disc player on. And yeah, he wanted to see it working, which was another reason why he wanted to come pick it up. So I had it set up here running on a VHS machine on it. and we had a good chat. He was fascinated by this room and all of the goodies in here. So yeah, that was a really nice sale as well.
Couple of comments.
What's Darren got there?
Oh, I don't know. Lex said, I'll keep aside some wooden beaded necklaces for you when I buy job lots. Thank you. Yes, let me know. That'd be cool. And then Tatna Teapot says, look out for faux pearls too. I've sold loads. Hoping my wooden necklaces start to shift soon. They should do with, yeah.
Very seasonal.
Yeah, it's very sort of summery festival
Oh, was it?
type
I see.
items. But yeah, Shelley's been talking about faux pearls. People are picking them up for weddings and for like table decorations and all that kind of stuff as well.
Is Eric being crude?
Yeah, see, Eric's being crude.
I know there's a Nick playing with wood joke there. It's Tom. Tom's the guy who likes playing with his wood.
And Peter says that he messaged you earlier about Lego, Duplo, etc.
Oh, yes.
I didn't get the job lot. I was a bit late.
Oh, shame. There'll be another one. Yeah, gone are the days where I used to drive all over the country picking up job lots of Lego. I mean, one time was it a couple of 100 kilos we bought? We filled a camper van. This was back in the days when we had a camper van. But I do have 35 kilos sat here that needs sorting. I'm going to do a series of videos soon when I get around to it, because there's a load of Star Wars sets in there that I'm going to build up. I think what I want to do is do a time lapse of me setting up the Star Wars sets.
Oh, we haven't had a good time lapse for
a while.
I
love a time lapse. Yeah. So I could time lapse me putting the sets together and then do some research on eBay about how much they might go for. And I don't know, I enjoyed videos like that.
Yeah. Kathy says, I've tried to give away my Sony Trinitron. Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
How you pronounce it? No takers. It's too heavy for me to move out. I'm stuck. Works perfectly too.
Where are you? I'll come and have it. I'll take it away. Yeah, seriously.
I don't know.
If you're anywhere near me, drop me a message. I'll come and take it away.
Lauren says, hey, Nick and Andrea, thanks to you, I have started selling online end of January and I'm about £150 in profit. I love your channel and all your helpful videos. Thank you. That's brilliant,
Thank you.
Lauren. Thank you.
As we were saying earlier with the gifts and the messages we've received, it means the world when someone says that, because sometimes we forget why we continue with this channel, and we don't always feel like making a video or going live.
You upset somebody with your Chinese comment. It was meant to be a joke.
Sorry if that was poor taste. I do apologize. It was just about the virus that has come over from Japan. Not Japan, China. Yeah, hands up if that was poor taste. My bad. That's what I wanted you to highlight.
Yeah.
I have 150 remote control. 150? Have you been hoarding, or was that a job lot? Wow. See, I would enjoy doing that. I quite like those big, repetitive tasks.
Awesome. Right. Oh, did I read this one out? Fola.
I don't know.
You guys are doing great work. I'm new to online selling. Please kindly help me with the cheapest way to ship out to customer on eBay platform.
Well, you can't go far wrong with Royal Mail up to a couple of kilos. All of Royal Mail's prices are on their website, where you can see the price breakdown by weight and size. Beyond that, Hermes are quite cheap. A lot of people don't rate their service. I don't mind Hermes, to be honest.
But we have a good, I don't know, delivery wise, we have a good guy.
We know the delivery guy who delivers to us, but that doesn't help everything we send out. Hermes are cheap, and I don't have many issues. I've had a couple of issues in all the years I've been using them. Beyond that, I use Parcel Force and UPS. I recommend as well. But
these are our recommendations, which is kind of why I laughed when I read it out, because I thought, well, we can give you our recommendations, but you've really got to kind of work it out for yourself and trial and error, I think.
Yeah.
Start
with Royal Mail and work from there, I'd say. Cool. So we thought mainly I wanted to share those wonderful gifts, but we'll just take questions really. So if we
Oh, Dave says changes to Royal Mail this year regarding larger parcels. Stay tuned.
Oh, insider knowledge from Dave the Postie. Wonder what that is. Regarding what? Larger parcels. Question, any plans for Valentine's Day? Is it next Friday? Oh, I've already booked a table for a romantic evening. I just hope she likes snooker. He's here all night. We haven't actually planned what we're doing, have we? Whether we're going to go out for a meal or something?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to realise it was Valentine's Day.
I knew it was coming up because I found these in the loft.
All I know is that we've got Selling Ages on Friday, and it's on Kelly's channel, and she reckons that she's been planning something.
Has she?
Well, I don't know. She mentioned that she had ideas for it before.
I found these in the loft. I've been pulling down loads of stock from the loft. I'm on a mission. I'm always on some sort of mission. I'm on a mission this month to clear bulky items. It's going really well. We sold a massive light cluster that's got to go out tomorrow. That went for what, 120 something? I've just listed 3 more great big light clusters and stuff, and I found these in the loft. And look, Valentine's newer tags. If I'm going to manage to shift them, they need to go on now. And there's another one, new with tags.
Lovely.
Not sure. Oh, what's that? Oh no. Yeah, if they're going to
Got a bit
sell,
of grass on it.
if they're going to sell, they're going to sell now,
Big
right?
sale.
I had a couple of these. These came from a massive haul a while back. I had some Christmas ones, and I didn't have much hope that they'd sell, but they all sold at Christmas. I think I had 3 or 4 similar sort of size, new with tags. Not for big money. I think 15 was the most I got for one.
Tanya says, Andrea, you've given me the inspiration to buy wooden necklaces and vintage items as well. My husband loves my collection. That's cool.
Wow. Nice one, Tanya. Do you want a
No,
teddy
really-
bear
I
for
really
Valentine? No, you don't want a teddy bear?
No.
It's nice, look.
I know.
Oh.
I used to really like them, but you just gather dust.
They are dust traps, to be fair, teddy bears.
Oh, it's skipped to the end now. Oh.
Not interested, Andy. Not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just highlight a couple?
Yeah.
Peter's in says that loft stock must be all vintage now. It's been up there so long. Some of it has, to be fair. Yeah, I'm getting through it though. I've made quite a dent. Because a lot of the car parts that we put up there were the bulky stuff, so we could move in here. So getting that down and getting that moving is making a big difference.
I told hubby I want a gem tester for Valentine's. I don't do soppy. We don't really either, though, do we? In fact, we don't even really buy each other a card anymore because we don't do cards.
No, you heard it here first, right?
We don't do cards. I've said that before.
You heard it as well. We're not doing cards, so I'm not getting in trouble if you know the. Okay, I've got video evidence of that statement.
The only thing that I ever hope for or wish for is that you will think about, you know, or just have some thought. That's all.
I used to many moons ago. I used
you used to
cook
think
a
about
meal.
Me. You used to think about me many moons ago.
Many years ago, I used to think about her a lot.
Now he just thinks about tat.
No, I was going to say I used to do a Valentine's meal, didn't I?
You did. You used to cook, yeah,
with varied success.
And then I became vegan. You were like, oh my god, I can't cope with that.
I was going to highlight something else.
Sorry,
oh yes, Pleasant Valley Picker. List the bears now. That's why they're down, because I might get them on tonight after I finish here. Oh, hi Dermot, good to see you, mate. There's a good question. Rachel is in and says, how often do you tweak and edit slow selling listings? Well, for me, that used to be easier when we were operating on a 30-day cycle, and then items would end, and then you'd have to go in, and that would be my time that would prompt me to tweak the price, go in and have a look, maybe change keywords or something. Now, because everything's just on, you have to remember to go in and tweak things. And yeah, I'm not doing it as much now because I don't have that natural end point. You do tweaking quite a lot. Not tweaking,
tweaking
not
quite a lot.
twerking. Your twerking days are in the past.
I don't think they were ever existent. Yeah, and normally about every 3 months. But you see, I put in my SKUs or in my custom label number the date on them, so I go through. I just search by date, go through, and if something's been on for 3 months or longer, then I have a look at it and drop the price or change things, just refresh it.
Yeah, that's a good tip actually. In the SKU box, you can put your reference number, but you can put also other stuff. So that I started with the car parts, putting in the month and the year that I list it. So you've got a reference of how long it's been on, because you've kind of got no way of knowing.
Well.
And then you can, like Andrea says, you can search if you put August in or whatever, you can search by that.
And the reason why I leave it as long as 3 months is because the idea of your items getting traction for Google searches and that kind of thing. Supposedly it's about 2 or 3 months before you really get some traction in the searches.
X is going out to a burlesque show.
Awesome. I imagine we'll be getting some photographs later.
Oh, share the Norks. Pleasant Valley says, I've planned a romantic evening. Trouble is, I'm a bachelor.
Oh. Yeah.
Good luck with the move, Sam. Is that reselling Polly?
Yes, she's moving house.
I'm moving house. Dead romantic. Oh, that's such an effort. We've moved house quite a few times, and it's an ordeal. Although we are considering doing it again.
We are.
Considering. This is quite a way off.
Yeah.
It's
one or the other, isn't it? It's move or put the money into changing this house.
Darren says, I hope you like car parts, Andrea. Some lovely gifts coming your way from Nick if you do. We don't have a high invoice.
No.
Which, yeah. I knew it was Valentine's Day, hence I got these out of the loft. See, I'm on the case. I'm with it.
See, he was thinking, Valentine's Day, right? I need to get tapped to sell. Not, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, I need to do something nice for my wife.
That was part of the consideration too. Don't want a teddy bear, do you?
No, I don't. No. Thanks. Could buy me a nice vinyl record though.
Oh wow. Hi Stephen. Question: I spent £265 on some amazing stuff at the boot sale this weekend. Wow, we haven't started going again. 2 reasons: it's been wet and cold.
The other reason is they're not on until April.
We don't need. No, the Hitchin one is.
Oh, the Hitchin one is, but it's a bit rubbish.
Wow.
Sorry if anyone goes to that one and disagrees.
I do quite well.
My own opinion, but it's only because I think I've been there in bad weather before, and it's just a bit cold and
we are trying to clear stock. So you spent $265 on some amazing stuff at the boot sale this weekend. What is the most you ever spent at the boot sale? Already 3 items sold at the boot sale. Already listed 3 items for 410.
Wow!
What?
Excellent.
Nice. What's the most you've ever spent at the boot sale? There was a week where I went and I had 200 with me, spent it all, went to the cash point and got another 200 out and spent that. That was quite a while ago. So that was 400. The main reason for that was I found a store that ended up being the chap, the Macmillan guy, who had loads and loads of new stock, and we bought all of his. I bought most of what he had with him that day at the boot sale, and then we did a deal for everything else he had. We went to his house and looked through the stock. So that was like a £400 day. Usually it's nowhere near that. Oh, Rob is in.
Hello, Rob. Thank you very much for that. Says, did you plan your next USA adventure yet? No, we booked a holiday though. We elected to go to Cyprus, which is a place we thoroughly enjoyed last time. Well, it was Nick's choice this year because we've dragged him to Disney the last couple of years.
There's nothing Disney on the whole island. I'm safe. We're going back to Paphos, which is a resort we really love, and we're staying. We're going to make a video probably, but we're staying in this kind of like holiday village right on the seafront, and it's kind of sandwiched between two historical little parks. So there's the Tombs of the Kings on one side, and this amazing Roman park next door, which has we've been there before. Amazing mosaics and all sorts. So within walking distance of our accommodation.
Cyprus, yes, Cyprus.
Cyprus,
yes. Yes, Paphos in Cyprus. But yeah, well, I mean, we both love, history, and
we love it. And
the last time we went, Ellen was about 2.5.
About 2, yeah.
And she remembers quite a lot of the mosaics. One of the biggest things she remembers about that is how bored she was. She was only 2.5.
She remembers being in an amphitheatre. We drove to an amazing example of a Roman amphitheatre, and there's pictures of her. It's kind of out in the middle dancing.
Oh, she got up on the stage, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was like...
yeah.
She was brilliant. I just highlighted Ashley's comment.
Okay.
Which says, my life has genuinely improved since finding your channel. Overcame hoarding, cleared my house almost.
Wow.
Made some cash, less social anxiety and depression. Thank you. That is amazing.
Thank you. That is wow.
That is so good to hear.
That means so much, and I'm so glad that we've helped in some way to inspire you and improve your life. That is brilliant. Phenomenal. And like I said before, these messages are so important because it reminds us why we do this, and why the channel is so important for so many people. And it has been for us as well. I think I've shared recently in other videos that the social aspect that this gives us has been life-changing for us, because it is a lonely pursuit. I knock around in here on my own, singing along to Depeche Mode records loudly. And the fact that I have people that I can talk to about what I do and they share my enthusiasm has been life-changing for me. And I know you've got a group of friends that you chat to on a daily basis. And we didn't have that for so many years. We bored our family with stories of what we were selling and buying.
Bored each other.
And now we have a community that we can talk to about this stuff. So
don't know where I'd be without it, to be honest.
Thank you so much for the message and for the support on the channels. It means a lot. Oh, look, Devon Twins. I used to live in northern Cyprus, such an amazing country. Yeah. We did think about getting a car. We had a car last time we went. We hired one.
Yeah.
Because
that was when we drove out to the amphitheatre.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Nicosia, which is still a divided city, right across the middle, like Berlin used to be. But I think I want more of a relaxing holiday, so we're going to stick locally and
but as we said, we're right next to Tomb of the Kings. We're right next to an excavation site. Rummage around, said, I'm going to Cyprus. I'm going to Limassol. I've never been. Do you suggest anything I should do when I'm out there? I can't think geographically where Limassol is.
I think Limassol is along the southern coast. If you're into Roman stuff, find out what there is near to your resort and go, because it's amazing.
But we're also going to look to see if there are any excursions that we can do. So we get maybe a day or two where we go and visit somewhere else.
Oh, that's a drive. There may be a coach trip to Nicosia, so we could go up and have a look.
There might be.
I don't know, but I'd recommend Roman remains. There is a big national heritage place that we went where it's all covered. Do you remember we went to that big one with amazing mosaics and stuff that they were still working on, and this was like 20 years ago, so they probably uncovered loads more.
Yeah, I'm quite excited to see that.
No, a different one. When we drove to Aphrodite's Rock, and then we went on to.
Okay, did we not go to the one that's near our hotel?
Yes,
last time we did.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you again, Rob. Says, I thought you were going to Depeche Mode induction to the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They are finally getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
But no, I'm not traveling to see it happen, sadly. I've no doubt we will go back to America at some point. We've had plans in the past to go and retrace our steps, because we did a road trip the year before Ellen was born, from Florida right the way across up to California.
I think
and then
one day we will do that, or do something different.
But-
Do the East Coast maybe.
yeah, but not this year, sadly, Rob.
Actually, Ellen was talking about that, wasn't she? She said, "Can we go to New York and then can we just go a little bit more south and maybe just pop into Disney?" You were like, "Pop into Disney? Do you know how far away
New
that
York
is?"
to Florida is not a pop unless you're going to get an aeroplane. That's like a week of driving.
It was funny.
She has strange ideas, does Ellen. But the distances in America are huge, and we got a real sense of that driving through the likes of Texas and Arizona, where you can drive for hours and see nothing. And we didn't realize, and we nearly ran out of petrol one time, didn't we? And it was, we were nearly stuck in the middle of a desert.
Absolutely terrified. Then we arrived in this tiny little town. There's like 30 people lived there or something.
With a petrol station. Nobody was there. It's like, no, we found the petrol station. We were on zero by this point, and it was just shut.
Yeah.
Kind of gone to lunch.
Shut on Wednesdays.
Yeah, shut on Wednesdays. Deal with it. No, and then we had to limp along for another like 5 or 10 miles on zero, panicking, thinking we had no mobile phone, we had no nothing.
Right.
Yeah, madness.
Victoria Plum says, "Don't sail to Egypt from Limassol on a little ship on a cheap trip. We did. It was so stormy and the boat was so rickety, I thought we were going to die."
That was a thought you had.
It was, because you've always wanted to see the pyramids.
Yeah, we thought about doing Egypt.
That's
I thought
put
about
me
it
off because I get really seasick.
Yeah, I don't think you'd cope with that. All right, well, thanks for the tip.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it depends on the day, what the weather's like.
Yeah, I guess it does.
But we had considered going to Egypt on a day trip.
Yeah. Rachel loves cake. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
I love cake too. I just want to thank you both. You inspired me to sell some of the tat I've been storing in my garage for years. I made over £600 profit in 3 weeks, and we're finally out of our overdraft. And I love Depeche Mode too.
Wow. You're my kind of person, Rachel. That's fantastic.
Excellent.
Made over 600 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing about reselling. So many people are sat on stuff. They no longer forget going out and buying the stuff. You know, go through your loft, go through your garage, go through your, I don't know, whatever it is. We've all got stuff we can sell and make some cash and put it towards something like clearing an overdraft, clearing a credit card, going on holiday, whatever it is. It's perfect for that. Is there such a thing as North Cyprus? How big can it be? Yeah, the country's divided because Turkey claim rights to the ownership of the top half and Cyprus the lower half. It's a fascinating history. I think it was 1973 it was invaded, and it's still ongoing. There's still a line drawn across the country which is disputed. But yeah, there's a definite north-south divide.
Yeah. And Karen says, "My dad always wanted to go to the John Wayne Museum but can't due to bad health. I suggested looking on YouTube and he found someone doing a tour of it. And he was so happy. YouTube is great."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
These days you can find almost anything on YouTube. It is such an amazing resource, really, for all of us.
Would we ever travel to Northampton for car boot sales?
I've been to car boot sales in Northampton because my good friend Tom lives there.
No, he doesn't. He lives in Nottingham.
Nottingham. I'm thinking of Nottingham. Northampton, maybe. It's a bit far for us, but Nottingham is good for car boot sales.
It's nearer than Nottingham.
I get those confused. Yeah, Nottingham's a lot.
Well, we probably would, but we have quite a few decent ones near us, so we've got no reason to. But if we were in the area, we would definitely have a look. We do have family live in Northampton.
We do, actually.
Yeah. Right. Michael says, did the drive from upstate New York to Disney. Took 28 hours straight, swapping drivers with a couple of short stops.
You did that in 28 hours? How? What were you driving?
You could do it, Nick. You could do it.
That would kill me.
Ellen has a provisional license, so we'll get her driving, and then she could drive us.
She can drive. We'll be asleep in the back.
Yeah.
You can't have done that in 28 hours, surely.
I think I saw somebody else say it was about 24 hours drive.
at the pace we drive, that would be a week. We'd take our time and see the sights.
We would actually. Yeah. I rummage around.
Oh,
Yeah, made £300 this weekend. I started because of 3 people, George Ross and you two.
fantastic. It's lovely to hear these little stories of people giving it a go and enjoying it and being successful. Oh, more Disney talk. I've been to both Disneys. The Orlando one is way better.
Yeah,
we've done both.
I did Orlando. Oh, we actually have been to California, but that was like 20 odd years ago.
Yeah, well, that was that trip we're talking about.
Yeah, that was on that trip.
Yeah, I don't really remember much about what the California one was like.
I don't really. It's all a blur.
It's
I remember little bits, but not enough. Although I'd love to go back at some point.
It's weird though, because they lay them out, because we recently went to the Paris one, and because they lay them out in the same way, you feel like you're in the same. I have moments when we were in, apart from the weather, when we were in Paris,
freezing cold and raining.
Well, I was getting deja vu from Florida. It was really odd because the parks, the layout of it, and when you're wandering around, you feel like you're in a different place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Paris is obviously a lot smaller, but yeah, I thought I'd be disappointed with Paris. I wasn't, I thought after being in Orlando it was going to be inferior, but it wasn't, not in the slightest. And in many ways I preferred Paris, apart from the weather.
We didn't have good weather, did we?
No.
Started reselling to fund Disney. Now I'm a full-time reseller.
Love that.
And my dad won a trip to Disney Orlando in a chip shop last November, says 3/3.
Fantastic.
In a chip shop. Went in for chips, came out with a trip to Disney.
Brilliant.
Pete's been recording the storm. Oh, okay. Video coming on Pete's channel soon. Bearded GI. I'm into my second month of eBay and YouTube. You guys and many others inspired me to give it a go, and I'm loving it. I watch everyone's videos. Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Good to hear.
David Moore says, I've only been to California Disney. I met Tigger, and that's all that matters.
We've got a picture of us meeting Tigger there.
No, it wasn't as Eeyore.
Oh. Memory, like I said,
similar but not quite stripy enough.
We met Tigger.
We met Tigger in Orlando. No,
right.
We met Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore in California, but not Tigger.
Who did we meet in Paris? Was that Tigger?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we met any of the Winnie the Pooh characters. I saw Eeyore, waved at him because he was. We saw him on the float, but he was coming out of staff quarters. And it was raining, and he was shaking his feet because they were so wet. But he did actually take time to give us a wave.
My memory is shocking. Lainey has been to the Disney shop once. Does that count? It's a little tiny piece of Disney. A little tiny slice of Disney.
It kind of counts.
Okay. Let's read a few more comments and then we'll start thinking about wrapping this one up because we're already 9:15. Hi, David. Started selling a few bits on eBay recently. I was lucky enough to find 2 Corgi Major toys for £2 in a charity shop, made 85 after fees and postage. Not bad for my first month. Just goes to show there's still bargains in charity shops, no matter how much people do like to moan a bit about charity shops these days. The bargains are still out there. That's cool. I had quite a good bargain. I'm not sure if I shared it. This Super Drive Panasonic picked up for 15, so I had to pay, a fairly decent price for it, but I've just listed it for 60. So the bargains are still out there. Oh, Pete's getting excited about Enter Shikari. They're a local band to us.
I know, you say that every time.
Yeah. Well, people might not know.
I think Pete knows that now.
Pete knows. Pete knows everything about that band. Okay. Sarah says, we got back from Florida on the 26th of Jan with a suitcase of Walgreens exclusive toys to resell.
Interesting.
Nice work. I know Cookie and the Haydens have been recently, and they were they were thrifting out there. Yeah, some videos on their channel. You should check it out.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yes.
Bill's having a good weekend. It's been mental this weekend on eBay. 16 orders.
I was thinking you were meaning Disney. And I thought, did they go to Disney?
No, I don't think they did, do they? Yeah, we've had a cracking weekend. Hopefully, if I get time, I'll do one of those like picking orders videos tomorrow. Oh, cheers, Daniel. Appreciate that. Wow, look, that's his graduation picture.
Yeah.
The little what do you call that, avatar picture. Thanks for the super chat, Daniel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'll have quite a busy packing day tomorrow. Like I say, I'll try and
put his comment here.
I'll try and video a picking video.
Sue, hello, Sue. They jumped just as I clicked on it. Daniel says, love the channel. Thanks for all your great advice. Do you ever put aside a portion of your profit, and would you consider putting them into the stock market? Actually, it's something you've been talking about, to get a better return than the banks.
Well, for years and years and years, what we decided to do with the extra money we were making from when we had the retail business, we put it all into our house. That was our idea of investing. We invested in ourselves and in our property. And that's paid huge dividends to us because we don't have the mortgage and it's freed us up, and the property is only ever going up in value. So that's kind of what we did. But I've always loved the idea of investing. And actually our friend Josh is really into that. And I said to him only yesterday, I need to have a chat with you and talk about how to get involved with that, because it's something that fascinates me and I would love to invest some money that way. So yeah, really good question, but not as yet. No.
I think it always does worry me because it's a bit of a gamble.
It is and it isn't, depending on whether you're playing a high risk game or not. If you invest in the major companies, you can't really lose long term. Well, there's always a chance with any investment, and and I'm no expert. Don't listen to me.
Victoria Plum says, if you want to learn about investing, check out Mama Furfer.
Mama Furfer
on YouTube. She's very good at explaining money.
Okay. Thanks for that, Victoria. Mama Furfer for all things money. Investing is better than poker. Well, last year I made quite a lot of money playing poker.
You enjoy poker. That's the whole point of it. You like the whole challenge of it.
I plan it social, but I somehow managed to make quite a lot of money doing it at the same time last year. But I wouldn't rely on poker to make money. I could never be a professional poker player. The stress of that would kill me. When it's fun and you're not worried about earning money, it's fine. But I don't know how people play that professionally.
No, I really don't.
Anyway,
Pete says, good to catch up with you guys. Thanks to you and Ben Fitzpatrick, I earned about 6k after fees, etc. Happy days, and thanks for the motivation.
Wow, thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
No, I'm glad the channel again helped to inspire you in some way. That's the whole point. Okay, on that positive note, I think we'll wrap it up. One more thank you, if you weren't in earlier, to Kenneth.
I can't get over that.
Who sent us this. We're going to go and show our daughter this in a second.
I can only imagine her face.
We should film her reaction. She'll give a teenage kind of, what? Why has someone sent you that sort of reaction? But thank you so much, Kenneth, and Peter, for this, which I still can't get over.
Yeah.
He sent the record. Yeah, blows our mind. And who was it? He sent the Zoom bands, which still makes me laugh. I can't remember who it was. I'm terrible with names. Leanne. Thank you again, Leanne. So thanks for joining us. We will be live on our quiz channel
tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
If you haven't already subbed, but you enjoy what we used to do at this point on this channel, which was just mess about and play quizzes. If you enjoy that, the link should be below. Please come over and subscribe. We go live every Monday at 8.
Yeah.
And we do random other silly games and live quizzes at other times as well. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Hope everyone has a good week.
Yep. And we'll see you soon.
Yep. Bye.
Take care, guys.